This is your video for the next project, which is upcycling. This is always a project that I would normally do with my craft students, but it was usually designed as a final exam. But since we're not doing an exam this year, I thought it'd be fun to do this anyway. This is usually a pretty popular project. Upcycling, also known as creative reuse, is the process of transforming byproducts, waste materials, useless or unwanted products into new materials or products perceived to be of greater quality, such as artistic value or environmental value. You'll be choosing something that is unwanted, no longer in use, and you will transform it into something else. But here's the catch. The thing that you choose to do must be functional, meaning I want you to be able to use this item for something in particular. Here's what I mean. We've taken, in this image, we took an old sweater, sewed it up, and turned it into a pillow. So now this sweater becomes something useful because it is a pillow. These are old coat hangers fashioned together to create a light fixture. These are old cans of like vegetables or tomato sauce or whatever, painted, glued together to create a wall hanging or a shelf. These are old Matchbox cars glued around the edge of a mirror and spray painted in gold so that they now become the mirror's frame. This is an old teacup where someone has melted a candle down inside the center and created a new candle holder out of the teacup and saucer. Here are a couple more examples. These are corks cut into little chunks and turned into what look like the thing you put on the table to put your glass on. Coaster. There you go. These are old wine bottles. These look like old books. I'm really not 100% sure what this is. I think they might be teacups again. This is an example of using plastic spoons glued over a water bottle to create a light fixture. These are the bottom end of soda bottles, cut off, painted white, little faces on them to use as little containers. This is an old t-shirt cut up and tied at the bottom to create a tote bag. This is a t-shirt turned into a rug. And these are pieces of t-shirt turned into a basket. All right, supplies that you will need for this project. Depending on what you choose to do with this assignment, you will need to make sure you have everything that you need to make the project. Understand you are to procure your own items for this project, and I encourage you to use things that are recyclable. But scissors, glue, hot glue, tape, pencil, whatever you might need, make sure that you have those things on hand. All right, step-by-step instructions. Can't give you a whole lot of steps on these only because of the fact that depending on what you're doing, that's going to depend on the step-by-step instructions. Now, if you happen to need help, let me know, and then you and I can kind of walk our way through it, okay? Number one, do some research and determine what you'd like to make. Gather whatever materials you need to make your upcycle project. If you have any leftover items in your kit, you're welcome to use them. So at this point, this should be your last project. So if you have leftover nails from the nail art project, or if you have leftover yarn from any of the projects that involved yarn and you'd like to use them here, you're welcome to do that. Let's see. Begin making your upcycle project. Understand that since this project is different from everyone, I cannot provide a how-to. However, if you want to discuss your specific chosen project idea and need help figuring it out, please come to office hours or ask for help, and we can set up a time and you and I can talk. Critique at the end. Grading. Your design idea is going to be 10 points. Your material that you use, 20 points. Your execution, 20 points. And functionality is going to be 20 points. That means how it is going to be repurposed or used to something else. Craftsmanship is 10 points. Creativity, 10 points. And critique is 10 points. When you are all done, you put your name on a slip of paper and lay it next to your project, photograph your project and your critique, upload both to Google Classroom.